Thanks, guys, and yeah, you're truly just sitting on the fence completely and utterly. I mean, I appreciate that. Yeah, south to north, we got a good one. Most people should be pretty pleased with this. I don't see anyone being too put out by it. And yeah, what are we looking at here? New map, new look, new kind of, I don't know, a refresher coming back into this. Miramar does get a little bit repetitive after a while. I'm always happy to see this instead. Rich, what are you looking for?
I mean, for me, it's again, I've watched the scrims and we've watched everything else that goes on, and you can play public and watch streamers as much as you like. But I'm really intrigued to see how this car update, what knock-on effect it is from. And again, I'm only taking this into consideration from last time that we watched this when we were on 7.2. Now we're moving to 7.3. What effect that has on pull-ups and compound crashing and being able to push buildings as such. It's a little bit more difficult on Miramar when you have such open terrain and you do a lot of peacocking and keeping people at distance and so on and so forth. With Erangel, I want to see how the vehicle update comes into play. What does that allow people to do? I mean, we've already seen Clib just driving around, not giving a single flying F of what goes on because he knows that he can survive this and get out, and he has the time to be able to run away from those smoking vehicles now.
Shift W trying to get a little cheeky on this one. Chris maybe getting a little too ahead of himself, but Shift W and Omakun will clash here. I don't know how much so if they can disengage. No, they can't. There we go. Vascu does find one of them. I'm wondering if Chris makes it away alive. They're in a really precarious spot, and then Blaze are coming flying in. Faye's not far off either. Everyone is congregating around this kind of, I guess, triangle between, you know, the southern side, the northeast, and the northwest, that middling area that there isn't much on. They're right next to each other. Michael has just found Besto, and that's with Redline shifting up as a collective and overtaking Na'Vi. You're a little bit individual here, but you can expect a response down the line.
Close face, drive-by out of the vehicle. Laz is there to hand off Face, stand some punishment themselves. Plus Face is still standing. That's the second player that's not taking him down inside the vehicle. Uber has to heal up here. Fuzz is still allowed to stay alive somehow. Rip9 looking for him. Bit of damage done, and he's certainly been seen from the off chance here. If they can clear this one out, it'd be a nice sweep when it comes to Face. Through the smoke. Job done. Face keeps the dream alive for Face Clan. It's been a bit of a rough few games so far, so a nice ending here on Erangel. The first game of Erangel would be lovely. Try and bank a few points towards the end of the day. Still 15 teams alive in this one, which is kind of wild, and I suppose it does tell the story of how Erangel can go. These late game circles where there is plenty of cover to be able to move between.
Mm.
And now you've got the added bonus of survivability to those circles. I think that's the bigger thing for me. I'm not going to touch on the cars too much because we have spoken about it quite a lot, but certainly this is for me where it comes into play because it allows you a bit more. Oh my god, that is a nade. Well, if you didn't kill him with a gun, the nade certainly would have done. Jesus.
Yeah, there's no escaping that. That was straight death, whichever way you wanted to cut it. That was brilliantly played out. Gemty's Omakun are just backhanding people across the map right now. Now, let's think about the circle and how it's going to go.
Squeaky's still going to keep tabs on red line. That's all his job is at the moment on top of the hill. Devan, I hear all these UAZs moving around, so I just want to try and have a look what's going on. Pokemon Molodoi. Still, no one still stopped him in that vehicle. A little bit unfortunate earlier on that we saw with the one player, but you know what? You live and learn. Marco, last player standing for ETG here. What else can you see? Probably not a great deal. You have the terrain, so you might as well try and abuse it and play it. Illidan, come on, this Scar. They shouldn't be kicking too much. Beam it. From the right-hand side, though, damage, plenty of damage in that factor is done. Filu puts Danimon down. Down but not out just yet. No confirmation as Goldbeam may have been trying to move in to claim the point, but is instantly responded to. Pokemon tries to get away from it. He hits this shot onto Bulb. That'd be phenomenal. But no, Bulb using the two little dips makes the terrain his own. Nade up and over. It's not a nade, it's a Molotov. And the cocktail find the player. Just lands a little bit early, but he actually hits him. That's underneath the vehicle as well. All these players going down in this kill feed. Tundo, Goldby, Uber, APTY. Now things are starting to get a bit precarious. Now this circle and the limited amount of playable terrain is starting to show its hand.
It is. I'm looking towards bystanders, towards Omicron here. I want to see how that fight goes, because they already just found Gemty, which is a pretty big beginning, but you got to keep that pressure up, because Omicron are just standing in your way, and Vascu's going to turn down a dime. I want to see this fight instead, if we could. I feel as though Unity's just going to peek that ridge, and Illidan is dead as ever. Car or not, I don't think it really matters. Yeah, there we go, done. Yeah, it looks like bystanders are actually turning tail, which is more curious to me, is the fact that they backed away. They're looking further south, maybe feeling Omicron isn't the target they can get past as comfortably. I'm not sure what the plan is for them now.
Still can't believe Squeaky's only just leaving this. Redline's at a difficult run. You can run down this hill, I suppose, and you have that huge bevel, of a better word, that you can actually just kind of sink yourself into. Flamey tries to get away, and he does. Survives. He's actually turned to fight this one. Beamy comes in for support. Marco down. Etiquette out in 13th position. Flamey's position will also be noted. There's a Beamy in yellow to at least back him up. Jort can relocate himself and maybe get a different angle onto this one, but Fuzzface will be reading into this. No range weapon in hand. Sat down, sunk down. AR up. 2 times on the back, just waiting for someone to come and step on the snack. Circle shifts. Ents still laughing. Been watching up here for quite some time, and I'd say a good, I mean, what, maybe 20. Whoa! All right, beam it, still beaming. For the old gun out the back of the cat. That's another one. Jort finds him as well, so an instant point is collected. Deep's actually gone down to the blue. That's not a play that you want to be happening at this stage in the game.
No, it's not. A couple of, mistakes here and there suddenly costing you. Oh, set, that's filthy. Down the blue, he can't do anything. But if you took one with him, that would have been impressive. Not to be. 5-stall stand for the bystanders, even though they've got Omicron looking, even though they've got FaZe looking, they're still alive for now. But let's take kind of stock of where everyone is and who has to make those moves. Redline. Gotta move. Northern Lights, Na'Vi. Better luck next time. Adepts and Liquid. Now, where they have to move to is Vile. Liquid can just about slot in on the southern side there. The east, they can shuffle in a little bit here and there, but it's not great. It's not wonders. Oh, Fuzzface, that... Oh, I thought it'd be a freebie there. Short's very lucky to be alive.
Still keep going and tanking up the nades. Try and get something off the back of it. It would be nice. Senya's like, you know what? In fact, all of them. Let's get stuck in here. Decent compound to be able to take. If they can keep control of this, it'll be wonderful towards the latter stages. Orange just watching for the peak of Xenix. Dogser, is he on top or is he... No, he has to be inside, surely.
Yeah. I think otherwise Redline or someone would have seen him already.
There is one on top, though, Lauren. Na'Vi are actually going up and over. This is a 9,000 IQ play. If they come round the back, and he does, that is so damn good.
Okay, now elsewhere, let's look at the rest of the fights. Now, leaning in, we did see a couple of red lines starting to get closer. Liquid's going to be forced into a fight. With better luck next time. Somehow, Fuzzface is still alive. I don't know how, but he is. He's surrounded by almost 2 potentially full teams. He's got Northern Lights in his back, and he still stands. It feels like a matter of time. Liquid have won the fight in the south, and better luck next time have disconnected. They're heading towards the western side, towards Redline. The speed of Redline, they've crept up on Na'Vi. Omicron going to take the fight towards bystanders, and so far it's winning out for them. Now, beyond that, it's Na'Vi going to sweep up better luck next time. There was a last-ditch attempt, but now this could spur on Redline to take that fight, as they did get involved. So now their position has been unveiled. They know what's happening now. Na'Vi better prepare themselves. And while we say this, Ents have been a little bit quiet. But in the meantime, they've been building from those houses. They finally left them in the north, and they're going to start working their way down a little bit further south.
Can't believe how much room Liquid has to play with. I hope they've got vehicles to be able to back this up. It's, I mean, the fields are okay for them, given the position. They could move up and hit one of the ditches, but they need
there ditches
that.
There?
Is that... Oh no, that's further back, isn't it? This is the open
yeah,
one. Excuse me, I thought we were further
Garbo.
back. Yeah, this is the one where it's just at the... Okay, yeah, good call, good read. Yeah, well, even more so reason why they need vehicles. They're going to have to build some kind of enforcement. Or maybe they just rushed the tree line. I suppose that's always an option.
I really want to see the Na'Vi red line fight once that begins. Senya's just gone down. Bystanders have been swept. You know, you just got Fuzzface trying to stay alive. Orange is your point, man. He's going to be dead on this transition away. Ibis is that... Orange, how are you alive? How are you alive? How is he alive? I don't know how he's done this, and that's amazing work. Support came in at the perfect time. Ibby lands a shot, but there's Ibby finding more. between Ibby and Jeems, these guys are working like absolute dogs in the south to try and build something for themselves. They don't have any of the hard cover they wanted, but they have the vehicles, you said it, and they've got them. It ain't much, but it's something, and at this point, be able to just leapfrog and kind of bounce in off each other here is great work. Now, for now, they aren't getting the attention of everyone. There's still so many fights going on in the north. Ents aren't in yet. Navi's trying to get themselves back on their feet. Omakun need to finally get rid of Fuzzface. But eventually, they'll have to deal with Liquid. And, well, Liquid will see if they can hold on there, even with such limited cover.
All quiet for all but a moment. Navi have just been tabbed away. All these bullets are coming from the side of Liquid down south. Now they have about 70% of the map to themselves. Vehicle's in position, but the tab goes flying out the front of it. Orange is also being cheeky seat swap again. I mean, talk about confusing your enemy. All right. Navi goes down 6th place. Still 4 players up for Ents. They've had a good safety net up here towards the north. It's been kind to them, but now they have to do the run. Jeems has been spotted, and so, unfortunately, has Ibby. Locations are given up, but they're making it work, and they've got the angles. However, Northern Lights are not looking what's coming their way. From up north, smack bang in the middle, Tulins could be in a hell of a lot of trouble here, as the 2 times on the back of the barrel gets the job done. NLT eliminated 5th position.
Yeah, unable to stick it through this time, but I like what Liquid are doing here. Look at that split across. You got Ibby and Jeems now kind of trying to create a little bit of something for themselves. It's working. Mexi now going to get involved, finds 1. You got Ents now pinned in from 2 fronts. You got Omatkun on their right. You got Liquid on the left, and Ents, I don't know which fight they can really take here. It looks like they're trying to lean towards Omakun, but T-Bone's just flush Rustamar. You've got the pull-up coming in a little bit closer from Vazku, getting, you know, in their face on this one. I like the way this is being approached at the moment from I guess Omakun and Liquid. Now, again, Liquid are going to be out of position here. Now, bear in mind, Liquid need this. They've had a really rough day so far, and it's actually mostly not their own fault. So a confidence builder would be pretty paramount to these guys and pretty key. Ents on the other side doing pretty well. Omakun as well. We're already putting up some decent numbers. And Omakun in the vehicle. Time to think about their future here. Trying to plan ahead. And remember, Fuzzface is still alive. I don't get it, but he is. And nice work from Ibby from afar, closing the net towards Ents.
He's also got a crate, which provides him cover, but provides him with level 3 gear. I suppose he's not really going to give a damn about the gun at this moment in time. There's no real time to be switching things out. Yes, you can do it quickly, but why bother when you've got the barrel? All you need is that level 3. Jimbo, there you go. Squeaky feels the full force of that one. Diggory hunkers down because the last man standing from 4 to 1. Things have not gone well for Ents. Rather unfortunately, they've been dispatched in droves, and now all of a sudden Diggory doesn't know this, but Omakun are coming around the corner. The snake in the grass will not be spotted for now. Has Fuzzface dead to rights.
For now. I love that. Readjustment from Liquid. Living up to the name. Fluidity in the play. They committed towards the north. They saw Omakun back away. They had to ensure that they could keep this off angle on them, and they've done it. It's a risk to go on towards these sort of areas, because look at these angles. They're super open. Stunner of a shot from Diggory. Keeps one humble, but Mexi's instantly there. That's lovely work on repositioning. This is perfect from Liquid. Now, Omakun, it's more backs to the blue sort of gaming here. Now, Fuzzface gets spotted out, so now Liquid know he's amongst them. Bear in mind, Omakun knew where he was. Liquid didn't. Now they do. Page finds him. He's gone. Now down to 2 teams. Omakun up against Liquid. A beautiful fight between 2 of these teams, but Omakun, they've been in plenty of scraps so far. I don't know what they can get out of this. They're kind of pinned in here, Rich.
Oh, okay. Page attempts to make something move, but Clib just has the number row here. Ibby with the follow-up. At least flushes the guys that are down on the floor. Mexi now cycles the nades. Could this be the end?
Ibby's in.
The nades come down. He's also going for the run over to see if he can find anyone else. Just tracks him, pulls the vehicle up, and says, thank you very much. Clib ends it. That is a huge 20-point game. We said we needed to see something special, Lauren, coming out of Team Liquid, and that is it. A good amount of points in the bag as well makes up for the rather unfortunate circumstances that they had on Miramar.
All my life I want money and power, respect my mind, no die from last job. I pray my dick get big as the Apple Tower, so I can fuck the world for 72 hours. Goddamn, I feel amazing. Damn, I'm in the matrix. My mind is living on cloud 9, and this 9 is never on vacation.